and welcome to RetroMoose. I am one of your co-hosts, Zach, and two things that I love that don't necessarily love me back are video games and B-rate movies. So imagine my delight when I find out there's a video game made starring the goddess of bad cinema, Elvira. And it turns out not only did they make one video game with her in it, but 3 separate gaming adventures with the Mistress of the Dark. And no, and I'm not talking about the near crossing the line in terms of sexuality, pinball machines. No, they made 2 point-and-click adventure games starring Elvira as the damsel in distress. Lame. Instead, we'll be playing through the separate platformer, Elvira, the arcade game. Now, before we worry about the quality of transfer from cabinets to consoles, don't worry. The title of this game is a lie and was never released to arcades. In fact, it was released for MS-DOS, Atari, and the Commodore 64. So game developer company Flare starts this masterpiece with some intense near-motion video, seeing it's supposed to be based on the actual Elvira movie, but it is not even close. It would be like saying Crazy Taxi is based on the film Taxi Driver. Although, that would be awesome, actually.
You talking to me? You talking to me? Well, I'm the only one here.
Anyway, right. Okay, thank me later.
So anyway, in Elvira the arcade game, Flare had the sense to make Elvira the playable character this time around. You boop about, throwing knives, basic platforming. However, my absolute favorite part is the jump cycle for Elvira. And before you call the creeper police, it's not because of some, little physics, bouncy thing. It's because it's the most f***ing majestic thing I've ever seen in my life.
I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky.
So basically, you travel through these mystical lands attempting to save some sort of kingdom. There's like a fire world and a regular world, I think? I don't know. It's a DOS game. How deep do you expect it to be? I will say, though, the graphics and colors really pop, and the music is better than it has any right to be. But the ending is underwhelming. You may be asking, how does this thing actually end? Well, I guess if you don't have a problem with spoilers... Breathtaking. But seriously, this is a video game from a time when men were our one-stop shop for main protagonists. This, on the other hand, dared to be different and star a woman, and yet it's long forgotten. It should be Lara Croft, Samus, Bayonetta, and f***ing Elvira. So is this game one step towards gaming feminism? Sure, I guess. What Elvira the arcade game is not, is it's not any kind of representation of the movie that it's supposed to be based on. Here's what Elvira Mistress of the Dark the movie is like.
Hey, Elvira, we got us a couple more volunteers.
Great! Just grab a tool and start banging.
A whole day of awesome monsters.
I'm fast, Jamal, you know it.
And here's what Elvira Mistress of the Dark the game is like.
Who was that?
That was Venger, the force of evil. I am Dungeon Master, your guide.
So you know nothing at all alike. So you hear that? You better straighten your act. MS-DOS game from 20 years ago. You bitches. So game developer company Flare... Breathtaking.